Hey, everybody, and welcome to an invasive wild ride with Steve-O. I've become quite good friends with this week's guest, Violent J of the Insane Clown Posse, and I just somehow felt comfortable right out of the gate saying, let's look at your celebrity net worth on the internet and talk about that. And man, that's not the only time that I was invasive. I mean, sheesh, I went ahead and made this one a very, very juicy podcast, which I'll probably catch some backlash for. But I want everybody to know that I kept checking in with Jay, like, hey man, just want to make sure that you're not bummed, that everything's cool. And I'm very confident that everything is cool with Violent J. And I'm also super confident that this episode is wildly entertaining. So let's get into it. Our people love you, dog.
Oh. Yeah, well, I mean, I know that's true about Juggalos, that they love you guys, you know what I mean? Fuck.
Yeah.
Hey, how was WrestleMania?
It was like unbelievable. I don't know that I've ever seen that many people congregated in one place.
Fucking so dope, right?
It's like 70,000 people, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's insane.
Crazy. When I heard all you guys were there, because I was gonna go.
Oh yeah, you guys are big wrestling.
Fuck yeah. We did wrestling.
You beat Doink and Dink.
No, well.
Doink the Clown.
Yeah, I know, but we never actually got to wrestle him, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I was reading about that.
We're fucking huge fans. So we got to wrestle in WWF, we got to wrestle in WCW.
I already know that my editor is going to insist on keeping all of this in,
For
so
sure.
let me get this out of the way. Ladies and gentlemen, Violent J in the flesh.
That's right. Up in this piece.
Yeah, you're joining an illustrious group of people who were once on the podcast via Zoom and back for a second episode.
Hey man, this is sitting here all conveniently.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's for
Just
you, dog.
water, dog.
I know. I seen you guys drinking this.
Have a sip and look at the camera.
Yeah.
Delicious.
So a lot's happened since I saw you last. And let me ask you out of the gate, what are we promoting?
I'm going on the second leg of the Three-Headed Monster tour.
Okay.
Yeah, and the Three-Headed Monster. This year ICP's kind of we're taking the year off, so to speak.
Okay.
So that means for us, we only released 8 songs so far this year, and we're only doing our annual events, which is the Gathering, Hallowicked, the Big Baller Christmas Party, Juggalo Weekend, and a couple festival dates. So for us, that's ICP taking the year off. You know what I'm saying?
Hiatus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Shaggy's on tour, and I'm going on tour again. We both. I think he might be finished with his tours. If he's not finishing this week, but he's doing the first leg. I already did the first leg with the Three-Headed Monster, which is like my side project.
Yeah.
Which is me, Esham, and Ouija Mac, all on tour together as one group as the Three-Headed Monster. You know?
Okay.
All right.
And
now,
so it's a different thing for us. You know what I mean?
The new development on the Wild Ride podcast is that not even on camera, we've got Isaac up there pulling up stuff on the internet for us to look at, for us to share with the audience. And this is probably a totally whack move, but I'm very interested in what the internet thinks your net worth is.
Ooh.
Can we look that up? Have you ever looked at your own celebrity net worth?
I have, but I don't remember it.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, because it was, I don't remember.
And let me tell you why I find this particularly fascinating. Because the business model of ICP is like, it's unique. You're pioneers of your own, like, guerrilla marketing. You own your own label, right? So you own your own publishing.
Yeah.
Like, there's this rabid fan base. The way that you sell merch is, like, second to none. You've got the Gathering. You just reeled off, like, how, like, active and productive. Okay, so that says you've got 13 million. Now, that's a good chunk of change. And I'm not asking you to confirm or deny if you have 13 million, but what made me interested in this is that talking to you and talking to Shaggy, like, it's been impossible for me to discern if you guys are super humble and understating, like, how financially successful you are, or if you're genuinely, like, out of your minds and don't even know what you're doing.
So basically, blink twice if you have 13 million.
I'll tell you. I'm not afraid to say nothing.
And by the way, apologies if this is just totally disrespectful.
Oh no, bro! I wouldn't even. I'd just front if I didn't want to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
You know, we've been doing things ourselves for so long that pretty much. I mean, this has been the way it's been since we made our first dollar. All the money we make goes back into the company.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And when we started making more and more money, you know, it pretty much stayed like that, right? Except for we would take what we needed. You get what I'm saying? Like we'd go to our manager and be like, "Hey, can I get a car?" He'd be like, "Well, what do you want?" You know, and it's like that, you know. Then we're like, "Man, how about a house?" You know, okay. But we didn't get paid like that because we were so from the grassroots, putting everything back.
Yeah.
So we didn't get paid like that, like we should have. We were just kids starting a band. Even into our platinum success, we were like that still.
Yeah.
We never had set up. Nobody came in our world and was doing our money and setting up contracts. We just kept doing it like we did it. So when our manager, who we started everything with, finally left after like 15 years, our new manager, our childhood friend Billy, came in, the guy that's with us now, you know, and we finally started actually making a monthly paycheck. You know what I mean?
So,
but anyway, to tell you the deal, when I look at that, I think if I'm worth 13 million, it's when I'm dead. You know what I mean? Like if I die, we might be worth 13 million. You know what I'm saying? Like all the merch that might sell or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that says.
But I don't have 13 fucking. I don't even have a. I mean, of course I have a bank account. I don't have a million in it. Fuck no. I don't even got 500,000 in it or 100,000. I'll keep it real. In my personal account, I don't even have 100,000 because everything is in psychopathic.
Yeah.
Still, that's both me and Joey's company.
And
You know
also,
what I mean?
like the net worth is not just the money in the bank account; it's everything that you own, like houses, cars.
and
That's what I'm saying. Now,
Right, but here's the thing:
But it's
it's
saying 30.
also absolute bullshit. Like
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
never right.
Yeah.
No, fuck no. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, that just makes it look like I'm chilling on 13 million. Like I got that chilling in a bank or something.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
First of all, we're not. Me and Joey ain't that type of guys where we don't we don't live in mansions. You know what I mean? We live
Right.
I live in houses that my mom cleaned when I was a kid. That type of neighborhood, because to me that's rich. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. Shaggy created the impression that on the gathering of the Juggalos that, like, you know, you guys are making it such a big production that you're actually not making any money.
Fuck no. At the gathering, my brother just told me last week, because we just had the gathering. He was like, "There's $5,000 left."
Really?
What he said.
I mean, how
That's
much-
what the gathering. That's what we cleared this year. You know, after profit. You know, I mean that's our
Wow.
profit. Five
Do you know how
and
much?
he's heartbroken because he works his ass off,
Yeah.
man. You know what I
For
mean?
sure.
I mean, dude, like, just in what you spend on Faygo.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, do you know the cost on, like, when you do the Faygo Armageddon? Like, how much that's worth? Like the amount of bottles that you guys.
I'm sure Billy could tell you. I'm sure at the gathering. It's a few. See, the bigger the stages,
Yeah.
the more Faygo you're gonna go through. Because if it's a smaller, that kind of varies. That's a double standard.
Dude,
Because if you're in a bigger stage, you're gonna use less Faygo because you have to walk to it, so it takes more time. You get what I'm saying? Depending where
Yeah.
you're at. Now,
Okay.
if you're on a way bigger stage, that's when you double the number of clowns and you double the number of Faygo on stage. So then you use way more. You get it?
I missed the Shaggy 2 Dope one. I was sick or I didn't come on the road.
He had COVID.
I had COVID. And I'm
shit.
dying to ask, and I don't know what's the secret, but how do you shoot those fucking things so far?
It's
easy,
so
bro.
impressive. You know, what's also an impressive blast is the blast that goes directly into my butthole from my Hello Tushy bidet. I'm telling you, this is the future, man. No more smearing poop on your butt with dry toilet paper. It makes no sense. When you get done taking a dump, you use Hello Tushy to blast your butthole totally clean. It's like pressure cleaning your butthole. This precise blast of water is so refreshing, and it cuts down your use of toilet paper by 80%. I mean, the bidet pays for itself in under a year, and you walk around knowing that your butthole is squeaky clean. I'm talking eat off of it clean, people. And if you've never used this product, then it's time to get with it, because I'm telling you, this is my favorite sponsor of the Wild Ride podcast, Hello Tushy. I've said that since I started using it. And you can have 10% off your first order if you go to hellotushy.com/Stevo and use the promo code Stevo. Again, it's my favorite product that I've ever promoted on this podcast, and it's time for you to try it. One more time, get 10% off your first order if you go to hellotushy.com/Stevo and use the promo code Stevo. Your butthole is going to thank me. Now let's get back to it. With one hand, you unscrew the 2-liter bottle, you put your thumb over the top, you shake it, and then you just
But you turn it upside
You
down.
don't even have to do that. Look, if you're in a hot club like what we normally play, 2,000 seaters, right? If you're in a fucking hot club, normally it's hot as fuck anyway. So the Faygo's baking all night pretty much, right?
So it's expanded.
You grab it, right? You can feel it. You grab it, you can feel it about to pop. You fucking turn the lid, that fucking thing rockets off. You stick your finger in it, you hold it like this with the other 2 fingers, and you turn it upside down, and you're using these 2 fingers, to fucking squeeze it shut, and you can aim it anywhere. And if you don't shoot it in like 3 seconds, it's gonna build so much it's gonna shoot itself anyway. You get what I'm saying? But the minute you let go, it's fucking flying.
I mean, it's going like 75 yards.
Yeah, man, in the summertime, if it's a high ceiling in the venue.
I thought like you guys had a Mentos thing that you're putting in there because I'm like, there's no fucking
them
way
bitches,
that.
if they're hot, they're going on their own. Yeah, and the flip side of that, if they're cold, that's why we don't tour in the winter no more. We were like, plus look at how wet everybody gets. You know, we don't want to send them out in the fucking blistering cold. We just said, fuck it, we're done touring in the winter. It's just not for us, you know. Plus the Faygos are freezing, and we've been forced to go out there with ice cold Faygo that's been on the truck all day riding through the snow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially a couple days off. That shit is almost frozen. And then me and Joey are pouring it over ourselves, you know, and throwing solid ass 2 liters in the crowd that don't even fucking rock it because there's no fizz.
Yeah.
There's no heat.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever tried to get a Faygo sponsorship?
Yeah, me and my brother were just talking about this. We're like, man, maybe there's new people there now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Faygo ain't fucking with us, man.
Dude, is that crazy?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
dude,
wild.
You're the only reason why they're still in business.
You know, they're like we're a family product. You know how they are. But yeah, you know, I don't know why they don't fucking rock. It's not like anybody be mad that is buying it for family consumption. If there was a fucking hatchet man on it, and me and Joey in the corner, you know, real smart. You know,
Dude, that would fucking crush.
Yeah.
that's what I'm
would
saying.
crush,
Like, their fans wouldn't be angry. I don't think. It's not like they'd be like, "Fuck Faygo," you know what I mean?
Right.
And if anything, they would just sell more to Juggalo collectors, right?
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know why they don't.
Dude, I'm just sitting here and I just wanted to articulate this, that like I feel like I owe you an apology for putting you on the financial blast that I did,
Look,
dude.
listen, I'm not a rich kid though.
Right, but
I'm beyond rich, and I mean,
Right.
compared to where I came from,
Yeah.
man. Let me tell you something. I rented a Bentley. Look at where are we at? We're in the Hollywood Hills.
Yeah.
I Airbnb'd a motherfucking Hollywood mansion.
Yeah.
Right. A Bentley for me and a motherfucking McLaren for my son JJ.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just for this trip to Florida, I was like, man, let's do it up big. I'm from fucking food stamps and powdered milk, so I am rich. That motherfucker might say I make 13 million, or I have 13 million, and like I said, it might actually be worth that if we sold all our shit and everything, and our masters and everything.
Yeah,
you know what
catalog.
I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I can't say, but our finances are so tied up in the fucking company that I know I don't live like that.
Right.
My house ain't no $1 million house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where I live,
Should we pull up Steve's net worth to get even?
I think it says I'm worth 2.5.
Oh, I thought I saw 6 at one point.
Oh, really?
Well, when were you looking up Steve's?
This was a while ago.
Wow. They bumped me up to 4.
To 4.
Wait a fucking minute. There's no fucking way I got more money than you, son. What are we talking about here? What the fuck are we talking That's what I'm saying. What? I got 13 million and Steve-O got 4?
You got 3x what he has.
Yeah, dude. Like,
Man, that is on crack.
yeah, dude.
That is so on crack, man.
I'm a chump, dude.
That is so on crack, man.
Yeah.
There's no
Okay.
way. There's no fucking way. Man, I live
Dude.
just outside of Detroit.
Dog,
Steve-O is a household name.
dog, who's the
What the
clown
who's
now?
writing that? Who's writing that?
Yeah, what is that? Where do they get that?
I mean, what's Bam at these days?
He said 5 million.
Wow, dude. So
He's
I'm,
looking at Bam.
I'm finally catching up to him. Like, man, dude.
He's like,
What's
let's
that-
see where Bam's at.
Yeah, the guys of Jackass ranked.
I
mean,
think Zach had like 1.5 on there.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's just not accurate stuff, man. But
Okay, well, why would
but-
they think? Yeah, that's insane.
But we're cool, right?
Of course, brother, man. I
Dad.
swear to
You
God.
guys are
Man,
Hatchet
Dad.
brothers, dude.
It's all good. No, I give you my word, bro. Yeah,
Right.
I'm not. Come on, I'm the last motherfucker.
Well, how many
motherfucker.
million does Danger Aaron have? 3.5.
That's probably
Nice.
accurate.
He does own a lot of real estate.
So let's take it back to the wrestling, because I was reading about you, and you have an illustrious wrestling career. Is that true?
Fuck yeah. Not like in accolades, not in like
Right.
championships.
But you started doing the backyard wrestling
Yep.
champion shit.
And then, no. We started backyard wrestling. Then we fucking started wrestling in the independent scene around the Midwest. Shaggy would be my manager. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And I was being a wrestler, but that's what really made me and Joey see the inside of wrestling, though. The dressing rooms. Back then, they were all old motherfuckers. They were all old motherfuckers being mean to us and being cruel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. You could probably pull up my first wrestling match on here if you wanted to see it.
Do you have a lot of wrestling injuries?
No, but Shaggy's banged up.
Really?
Yeah, I have wrestling injury. I'm talking about my knees blew out. I think that's from when I was really, really fat though, man. Just I blew it out. But Shaggy's got like neck problems, but he was the suicidal one. He was always the greatest wrestler. You know what I'm saying? Like when we were in WCW, we were actually wrestling. They had us wrestling, and Joey was putting on fucking great matches, man. Doing
Yeah.
sweet ass shit, blowing my mind,
Yeah.
know. And I used to wrestle Joey. First thing we bought when we had money was a wrestling ring. We used to wrestle each other for an hour every day at lunch.
How much does a wrestling ring cost to put in your backyard? Because David Arquette has one.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
they're not that bad. They're like 1,500 to 2,000.
Not
That's
bad.
That's what they were back then,
Did that just say that you guys were called the Headbangers?
Yeah, that group was called the Headbangers, and you know what I mean. But yeah, we got to go to we lived our fucking dream. That's what I'm saying. If you believe, okay, let me get corny for a minute, because it's as true as I can be. If you believe in the secret, you know what the secret is?
Yeah.
Or the laws
Sure.
of attraction, the powers of positive thinking. Let me tell you something. Me and Joey, from the time I was probably 14 and he was 11, we knew we were gonna be wrestlers. I'm saying it wasn't even a question. We were like, we're gonna be wrestlers. We fucking wouldn't hear anything else. I used to tell motherfuckers in school, you want my autograph now because you're not gonna be able to get it, and you'll be bragging you went to school with me because I'm gonna be a wrestler. And I meant it. You know what I mean? Like we knew it, right? When I was 17, he was 15. Hip hop started to overtake that dream.
Yeah.
So we fought it for a long time, denying it. And then when I was 19 and he was 17, that's when we said, fuck it, we're doing music, right? when we had our first platinum record, okay, in 1997, out of nowhere, we get a call from the WWF or WWE now, and they say, hey man, we want you to make the ring music for this team we have called the Oddities. And we were like,
Yeah, I remember them.
do you know we wrestle? And they were like, what are you talking about? And we told them, and they flew us out there, and we wrestled at the WWE place. You know, we wrestled for Vince fucking McMahon, and he wasn't in the room, but they videoed it, and we wrestled for their crew. And next thing you know, we debuted at SummerSlam. You know what I mean? Like
For
with
sure.
them, you know, ringside, and then we started wrestling with them. We had a couple of matches in the WWF. But when we left WWF, we suddenly went to their competition at the time, WCW.
Yep.
And we did that, and that's where we got our wrestling on. You know what I
Really?
mean? Yeah, it was fucking awesome, man. That's us right there in the WCW. Joey in there getting his ass kicked right now, you know?
And that's you on the ropes.
Yeah.
Dude, year 2000, I was at the, I believe, final ever WCW event. It was in Panama City, Florida during spring break, and I was down there. Like the Jackass was.
Oh, you were at the last
sorry,
event?
it was 2001 March, like spring break, and I was just newly on TV, man. It was my first spring break. First time I was in such a huge crowd and everybody knew who I was, and everyone and I couldn't handle it, man. Like people were like, "Oh, let me get a photo with the cardboard cameras and like this and that," and like I was just getting mobbed to a point that like I kind of freaked out a little bit, and I ended up going into this like VIP section, and I'm sitting at the bar next to this WCW wrestler named Canyon, and I said, dude, one more photo, one more autograph, I'm gonna snap, I'm over it, and this guy Canyon looks at me, he goes, he just shakes his head, he goes, hey man, stop for a second and think about a day when nobody wants another photo or an autograph.
Right, Canyon was a wise motherfucker, man.
Yeah,
He was for real. He was really cool, man. Yeah.
really cool, man. And I thought about that. Ooh, and that really, really expanded my threshold for photos and autographs. Yeah, but I don't mean to take it away from you. And
No. You know, wrestling has been a part of us from the beginning. You know, it has a lot to do with ICP, probably.
Yeah, I was just gonna say because
and all of that. You know what I'm saying? I think it comes from our wrestling background. You know, I'm still doing wrestling. I've been talking with Billy Corgan somehow.
wow,
I know.
I was on an
I'm like, what
airplane
the
with
fuck?
him.
Really?
I never would have done it. You know, I just like it's just crazy. You know, and but
He's got NWA.
that's what I'm saying. And so I'm starting there with them at the this place called the Chase in St. Louis, which is historic for wrestling. You know, for this event called NWA 75, which is the NWA National Wrestling Alliance 75th anniversary.
Oh wow, NWA is that old.
Yeah, oh yeah. Way old. Yeah, oh fuck, man. NWA used to be, NWA became WCW.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
After the rap group kind of took that over.
Yeah, the rap came, put it down.
With Waterloo, Iowa.
Wow, that's epic, man. You said you were fat, and now you look like you lost a lot of weight. You're in good health. Like
Yeah.
talk
I'm
to
doing
us-
real good right now. Yeah.
You had like it was a public like known thing.
Yeah, the heart failure.
You had like a real serious health scare. You gotta keep an eye on your health, not just your physical health, but your financial health, the health of your business. And right now is the calm before the holiday storm. So it's time to get in there with Shipstation. That's how you sell to your audience online. It's how I sell all of my Steve-O's hot sauce for your butthole on Amazon, Steve-O.com. It doesn't matter where you do business, if it's Etsy, if it's like eBay. I mean, come on. It's all integrated into Shipstation. And it's also, Shipstation has the best shipping rates from FedEx, United States Postal Service, the UPS, all baked into one easy-to-use interface so that when you get an order, boom, your label prints out. You stick your product in the box, slap on the label, and it goes out the door. And that's what you got to do this holiday season. Plus, if you go to Shipstation.com and use the promo code STEVO, they're going to set you up with a 2-month free trial so that you can find out for yourself just how easy and affordable it is. So, go to Shipstation.com and use the promo code STEVO. What do you get? Again, 60-day risk-free free trial so that you can try out this service yourself and get to making money in time for the holidays, people. It's time to make ship happen. So shipstation.com with the promo code STEVO. Now let's get back to it.
Fuck yeah. Well, you know, to hear those words, heart failure is pretty heavy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just those words, you can sugarcoat that any way you want. Those words put together in any sentence is like, oh, what the fuck, you know? So it was shocking, you know what I mean? But I started to notice that I was like losing my wind, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I'd be doing regular things that I do, but I'd be like winded, you know, like I'm feeling twice as winded, like what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? So when I started getting worried about it, you know, I went to the doctor, and I think this was right at the beginning of COVID, you know? Because I remember the doctor couldn't come down, or no doctor could. I went to the hospital with my brother to get it checked out, and no doctors were available because of COVID. You know what I'm saying?
And it sounds like you're describing symptoms of COVID because it's a respiratory thing and you can't breathe, right?
But,
Yeah.
Well, I could breathe. Like I was living with this. You know what I mean? It didn't happen like overnight where I'm like, why am I so winded? You know what I'm saying? I noticed my wind getting worse, and I just assumed it was I don't know what the fuck. I hadn't been on the road or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But
Like you're out of shape.
yeah, you know. But then I was like, this is something wrong. You know what I mean? So yeah, I had been living with it. You know. So anyway, they ended up admitting me the next day, and they were like, yeah, you got heart failure. You know?
Congestive heart failure.
Yeah, something like that. And I was like, what does that mean? And they were like, your heart's beating irregularly. You know. And they're like, we're gonna try to shock it with the, you know, and put it back. It'll flip back, you know, and
rhythm.
flip back in. So they did that, and they did it twice. And then they're like, all right, we gotta do this procedure called a fibrillation. You know what I mean? And they did that, right? Basically, and I've been back to where I was before I had heart failure. Ever since, you know what I mean? And they're like, it could last like that for who knows, but it could stop at any time, you know what I'm saying? And go back to what it was. But I want to say, because right now I'm totally where I've ever been before any of that. You know, like I don't have an irregular heartbeat. But that could change, you know what I mean? But they did a procedure that stopped it. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say that before I had that procedure, though, we did 2 concerts, you know what I mean? And I paced myself, you know what I mean? And I did it. And they were telling me, you can live with it. You just gotta pace yourself. You can't be out here fighting. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Like they were like, you can live with it. You can, you know, you just can't do like you used to. You'll get to know, like when you start losing your breath, it's gonna be way quicker than back in the day, you know, before you had this.
Did they say you had to rocket like fewer Faygo bottles?
No, not like that, you know?
Because that's not happening.
What was the cause of it? Did they tell you what's the cause?
Shit, man. You know, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Touring life?
Huh?
Just like being on tour your whole life and...
I don't know. I was heavy a
Being
lot.
overweight doesn't
Oh
help.
my God, I was heavy, bro. Like 450 pounds. You know what I mean? Like,
Did it run in the family?
being heavy?
Well, being heavy or even heart problems?
No, I don't know my dad. You know what I mean? But not in my mom. My mom's still alive. You know what I mean? So no, I don't know. But they were like, you know, you can live a life, but it means you gotta step back. And so we were like, why tour like we've always been? You know what I mean? Like why go out and pound the pavement like we always been? Neither one of us like doing it like that anyway. You know what I mean? We would be totally on the road constantly playing a lot of the same venues, and it would get monotonous. Except for the time on stage, of course. The rest of it sucked, you know? So we were like, man, we'll just do the annual events. And so I announced it, and that's when it went everywhere, you know what I mean?
How do you guys travel around for tour? Buses or planes?
Buses. Unless we're doing like a one-off, we'll fly out and do it or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll fly out and do 3 shows and take a van every city, and then, you know, type of thing, you know what I mean?
When you got buses, do you have your own bus?
Yeah.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah, I just went to the doctor at
Well, we
UCLA.
bring our families out too, you know.
Well, of course.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So
For sure.
Yeah, I went to the doctor and everything was fine except for they said I had a leaky heart valve.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, and they're like, oh, don't worry. Like a lot of people have that. It's just something to keep an eye on. You got to get checked every year.
Are you kidding or for real?
I swear to God.
Sounds like a fucking car problem.
And then my brother-in-law. No, they're like, you got to come get it checked once a year, but like,
valve, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, leaky heart valve.
Tune that motherfucker up.
They said it's like a high blood pressure thing, and so I'm trying to get my weight down and eat healthy. And heart shit's scary though.
No, fuck, man, come on, heart failure. I can't deny it. You
What
know?
did they shocked you while you were alive? I mean, while you were awake.
They put you out, you know, and shock you, you know, and then they're like, oh, it didn't work. We're gonna try to get, you know.
But you weren't up to.
No,
that
fuck no.
You said that your health scare became a public thing. Like you when you announced you weren't going on tour, is that like you said, hey, Juggalos, I need to tell everybody, I want to announce that because I got this heart situation, I'm now taking a step back from touring?
Yeah. We said we're done touring. You know, we're gonna do a farewell tour. You know what I mean? But we're just kind of putting it off, you know what I'm saying? a little bit, you know what I mean? But yeah, we're gonna do a farewell tour, you know, and go around one last time and go to Australia and go to Canada and Europe. That's around the world for us. We don't ever go to Japan or anything, you know what I mean?
Right.
Dude, that's funny. I remember when we went. It was like shortly after we saw you at your show, and was it Ohio when we went out there?
You mean after we saw you at your show? You mean when I was
the Butthole?
hosting? When I was hosting the main stage at the gathering of the Juggalos? When I was allowed to do something that nobody else is allowed to do? Nobody introduces ICP at the gathering.
And shows his butthole to 10,000.
It shows his butthole to 10,000.
Dude, that was a bigger deal like than anything because I thought like, you know, hey man, I'm gonna like get on stage. Like they want me to introduce each act that comes out on the main stage. So what I want to do is like do a cool stunt, like the cool trick, like for each act, and then like each act is a bigger act than the one before, so each introduction gets a bigger stunt than the one before, and I'm building my way up, and then by the time ICP comes out, I'm gonna be straight on fire. And like I even said, I was like, oh yeah guys, I'm gonna keep getting gnarlier and gnarlier. By the time I get done, I'm gonna be on fucking fire and like this and that. And then I hear, yo dude, you can't introduce ICP. Nobody introduces ICP. Like it's a big thing, you know. Like they just like it's the thing. You just can't do it. And I was like, dudes, I told all these people I'm gonna set myself on fire. Like I can't tell them I'm gonna do that and then not do it. And like they're like, ooh, it just doesn't work that way. So I go to Shaggy and Jay.
No, you don't understand. That was Billy, and this is the deal. From the beginning, from the beginning, every time we have a host, you know, we always stop there because what we would do is cut the lights out on stage, and then we would just all of a sudden, you know, and it would, we just wouldn't do it.
It's a big deal.
No. Billy didn't understand that you were building up for that, and that plus we wanted you to do us. It's a big deal to have you there. You know what I'm saying? And so actually it's our fault because we probably should have told Billy, but I just thought he was assuming what we did. Like, let's let Steve, that's the coolest thing. You know what I'm saying? Having you introduce us.
Nobody communicated anything. And
it's our fault,
let alone me communicate to you guys, or like nobody communicated anywhere. And that's a law that's been set in stone for as long as the gathering has existed. And like
Billy saw your butthole and he's like, this guy's not
You know what he
introducing.
did to me there, man? Fucking when I see him the first time, he walks up, and I'm going to give him a dab, like, what's up, brother? And he goes like, oh, or something. He fucking fried my head on fire. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I remember talking about it. We were like, "Is that safe with all the
it
face
scared
paint?"
the shit out of me, but then I didn't know I failed this word in fucking a spelling bee. I never thought I'd use it, but until I need to now. I was flabbergasted. That's the only way I can describe what the fuck. It was like my entire head went up in a ball of fire, but then I was like, I'm fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's because like when I say I'm lighting myself on fire, I had a can of hairspray, and what I do with the hairspray is I spray it all over my head, and then I light my head on fire, and then Scott over here
There's a
like
photo.
spits lamp oil off my head. Scott blew a massive,
Bottom, right
massive. Look at that fireball that Scott blew. Like, you gotta get a wider shot of that. It was big. But so anyway, I had that bottle of hairspray in my hand, and I just went around clicking a lighter and just blasting the lighter with the hairspray. And dude, like, what did Shaggy had like a bug land on his face?
Yeah,
and I burned it off.
there. Ice was there.
Yeah, Vanilla Ice, dude. How about this? Vanilla Ice has been to like almost every single gathering of the Juggalos there ever was.
Yeah,
And
DJ
then
Paul.
DJ Paul from
Oh,
3
yeah,
6
DJ
Mafia.
Paul's a regular. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
the shit.
He's got a Hatchet Man tattoo on
I
his
think
neck.
Chris Hansen was there too.
Chris Hansen
Hansen
was
was my
yeah.
fucking boy. For real. No.
That's so sick.
For real. That's my boy.
Well, how do you guys know each
He lives
other?
in Michigan. Like, we have lunch and shit. Chris Hansen, you can't be on anybody's dick no harder than I have been on Chris Hansen's. I would binge watch that shit so many times, I would question myself. Like, am I in love with this man? You know what I mean? Because I know every episode front to back. I
That's
love
funny,
Chris
dude.
Hansen. And I used to say, I had a lyric in a song, I said, Chris Hansen is a juggalo, but he don't know it. And I wrote that when I didn't even know the motherfucker remotely. And I ended up knowing him.
Dead
You guys just
so
have
rad.
lunch and when you're in town.
And it was the same
Yeah, he's
gathering.
my boy. He comes to my house. He did a fucking thing on my house. It's so funny. You got to see it. Chris Hansen, he's the shit. He did something for us for our social media. He walks through my house and he's going through my house and it's funny. It's really funny, man. Chris Hansen is a good dude, and he did our talk show in my living room.
Yeah, the collaboration.
Yeah, I am a fan of Chris Hansen.
Fuck yeah, me too, man. He's so dope, and he's cool as fuck. You know, he'll text me probably once a month and just be like, "Chris Hansen here checking in." I'm like, bro, you could just say Chris. I know who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything he says sounds like it's in a news report. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? He's so dope.
He is
What's
very,
your-
very dope.
What's your relationship with DJ Paul?
Without question, my relationship with DJ Paul is long and wild, unlike my bush, which is very short and well-groomed thanks to Manscaped. That's because I use the Lawnmower 4.0. It is the greatest men's grooming device in the world, and I stand by that, as will you, if you go to manscaped.com and use the promo code STEVO to enjoy 20% off your order plus free shipping. And let's face it, folks, fall is here, and fresh ball fall it will be if you go to manscaped.com and get that Lawnmower 4.0. That's right. Plus, with the nose hair and the ear hairs, get your Weed Whacker 2.0 too. I mean, that's the way the ladies like it. Fresh and clean. And that's how you should be. So one more time, go to manscaped.com. Use the promo code STEVO for free shipping and 20% off your order. Yeah, dude. Let's get back to it.
How'd you? Because when we saw him at the thing, he loved you, and I was like, "How do you know this guy?" You're like, "Oh, dude, we have a."
We filmed with the 3 6 Mafia for Wild Boys.
Oh, that was for that.
In Tennessee, like Memphis, Tennessee. We did a bit with feigning goats. We did a bit with putting gunpowder between two anvils and like firing an anvil like hundreds of feet in the air. And it was like 3 6 Mafia. They were just like
Also number 2, right?
So yeah, they were number 2 as well. But But we filmed with them before they won the Oscar. You know, it was like it was just like we were down with them, and then they like blew up, and it was just like we've been super tight with them.
And then how'd you link up with DJ Paul? How did he become part of that?
Man, we've been down with them. You know what the coolest fucking thing is? All right, they did exactly what we did. You know, come up in their own hood, super strong. Like they used to sell mad records just in Memphis. That's what helped them grow from there, you know, independently, just like us, Detroit, you know. And they were doing the wicked shit, which is the kind of music, what we call it, the wicked shit, right? Which is pretty much horror in your rap. You know what I mean?
Hypnotized
Like
Minds was so
dark
good.
shit, you know. And so anyway, we never knew them though. All of a sudden, in the only group I've ever known that was actually platinum, called us up, or gold, called us up and was like, "We want you guys to do a song with us." And our wigs was like a fucking can of sardines peeled back.
When was that?
That was just another crazy click. What was it? Fuck, I don't know, like 99?
Wow.
99, I think.
Yeah, I would.
But they sent us a platinum record and everything when it went platinum. But we booked them for the gathering then, way back then, and they just came and murked it. It was only the third gathering, so this was the 23rd or the 24th, I think, third. Anyway, so that's
like
20 years I've known them. We must have did fucking us and 3-6. I think we did 3 or 4 songs together, maybe more, over the years.
So epic, man.
Yeah.
And dude, DJ Paul was just hammered.
I did an album with DJ Paul.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing, man. Yeah.
I remember because I made a video. I put the video out on YouTube. It's since no longer on YouTube because, like, it's like a strike waiting to happen, kind of, you know. But I put the video, before I put the video out, DJ Paul was so drunk in this video. Like, I shared it with him before I made it public. I was like, hey, Paul, like, I'm not comfortable putting this video out without your blessing. I just need you to look at it. Like, tell me if it's okay. Like, I totally get it if you don't want to be...
He's like, yeah, what's wrong with it?
He's like, dude, no, that's killer, man. Yeah, like, it's great, man.
Man, I give him the award for best dressed. Man, I follow his Instagram. I just love the way that motherfucker dresses, man. I'm on his dick too. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I tell him all the time, like you're like a real friend. You know what I mean? Like you know how you like industry friends or whatever. You know what I mean? Paul's like a real friend. You know what I'm saying? DJ Paul is like a good dude, man.
Yeah, and then you
Genuine
had
dude.
Kid from Kid and Play, right?
Yeah.
He was on there.
Yeah. Hell yeah, Kid and Play.
DJ Paul told me at one point that he wanted to get into doing stand-up comedy. He was trying to do it, and like, did I have any advice for him? And I was like, my advice is to just do it. Just start doing it. And if you want to come over to my house and work on material, like, I'm happy to do that. And he came over, and we worked out like a bunch of material. And I don't know if you ever did it. Have you heard about him getting on stage?
No,
too?
I'm thinking about it though, because I know a lot of wrestlers are doing that.
McFoley.
Yeah, a lot of guys are doing it.
Foley's been
Foley's doing
it forever.
stand-up?
He's
Yeah.
been doing it forever, and he's got the best reputation on the comedy
Whoa.
club circuit. Like, he and I were like the two people who always, like, every single person would take a photo with him after the show.
Yeah, that's sick.
You know, I heard
God.
even the Undertaker's doing that.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I heard. Like, in other words, imagine you're in the club, right, or the bar, right? Because a lot of these guys are playing bars, you know, and you're in this bar or whatever, and like a massive bar, you know, and Undertaker's there to it's not do comedy really. They tell stories.
Yeah.
But still, like, you know, think about you're in the bar and all of a sudden they hit the Undertaker's bell and they cut the lights out. Everybody's like, oh, shit.
sure.
Right? And then he comes out and cracks a joke. You know what I mean? Everybody laughs. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, it would be such a good time, you know? Something different. And I like that these wrestlers are doing that. I like any way for wrestlers to get out and get money.
For
course.
sure. For sure.
Is it like story time, or is they're actually like doing jokes?
No, they
I mean, right
you
here it
can tell
says-
jokes in telling any story.
Right,
really.
right.
You know what I mean? If you know if you're that kind of guy, and I like that these guys are doing it. Yeah, man.
Ric Flair's been doing a lot of podcasts, telling a lot of funny stories.
Fuck yeah, these guys can get paid to come in and do that.
Here it says
Yeah.
the Undertaker's comedic stylings are described on his website as the prop comedy Carrot Top meets the frenetic zaniness of Dane Cook with the sassy das of Amy Schumer.
Fucking right.
Wow.
See that? What a multi-talented ninja. And yeah, man.
Dude, I love it. Our buddy Zach Ass hosted the stage at this most recent
Oh, yeah, that's
gathering.
right.
He did?
He did, and so I reached out to Zach. Like I wanted to know, Zach, did you show the Juggalos your butthole? You know, because they want to see it. That you get on stage at the gathering, they want to see your butthole.
That's speculation on your part.
No,
I'll tell you what.
That's all in your head.
The chant. Hold on. I'm going to speak on behalf of this Juggalo, but I think I'm speaking for many. The chant is dope, or yelling it when people least expect it. Show us your butt, you know,
Yeah, of course.
right? Heckle style, right? But when actually it happens, you know what I mean? I think it's unexpected. You know what I mean? I don't think they when they're yelling it, I don't know if they're actually trying to see it.
Yeah, are you the only person that actually showed your butthole?
But when you're Steve-O and you do it in front of a fucking, you know, of course you're gonna do it. You know,
I
they're
mean,
gonna love
dude,
it.
like, as far as I was concerned, I heard, show us your butthole.
Of course.
I came off stage, I said to Shaggy, I said, man, it's so crazy, they're screaming, show us your butthole. And Shaggy said, yeah, they want to see it. You know, like, they're not kidding. Like,
But
you know?
ask Shaggy, has he ever shown it?
No, Shaggy, and then I tried to show Shaggy my butthole. And
What'd he
was-
do? Ran?
Yeah,
Fuck no.
he
Right.
said that was like the sun. He said he cannot look at it.
Right.
Yeah, my butthole became an absolute, like, thing.
The star of the gathering.
I mean, dude, like,
the brown star of the gathering.
The
dude,
brown
like
star of the
there was
gathering.
the cavernous, like gaping cave of the gathering, and so
That
there
was
like
the most
shocking photo
wretched
of
way to ever describe it. I was thinking milk dud.
No,
What'd
no,
you
no.
say?
I said
like-
cavernous, like it looked like with the way the lighting
That's
was.
not. You didn't just say cavernous. You said all kind of shit.
Yeah.
With
There's a
cavernous.
meme. There's
Yeah.
memes about it.
Yeah, like there. I mean, dude, the way the lighting. I showed Lux this photo that Shaggy sent me from the crowd.
Oh, Gaping, that's what it
Yeah,
was.
gaping.
What an awful
Like-
fucking word. Gaping.
And Lux says it looks like you could have fit the entire microphone up your butt without touching a side.
How the fuck could
Like,
the word gaping ever be used in something delightful or joyous? You know what I'm saying?
I think we might be about to see that. There
Oh
it
my
is.
god! Just a crystal clear digital fucking perfect shot.
Yeah, dude.
It's like better than reality.
That's a double
Oh,
back.
man.
That is a double back with the back burger.
Oh fuck! Is that screen a motherfucking hologram or something? I feel like it's really there.
Yeah, we could take the butthole off the screen.
Yeah. So I asked Zach.
3D hologram coming at
We should make that an NFT. The butthole NFT.
I asked Zach, did he show the Juggalos his butthole? And he says, I butt chugged Faygo.
Really?
And I said,
Whoa.
bravo.
That a boy.
Bravo. Way to make it your own.
Yeah.
You know,
Way to do it, like, way to make it ICP, like,
Themed.
pertinent.
Yeah.
Like, butthole in play. Butt chug Faygo.
That's great.
Yeah.
Do you have a?
juggalos are crazy as. Sorry to cut you off.
No, go for it.
Juggalos are crazy as fuck. Everybody knows that. You guys are crazy as fuck. You know what I mean? I think, you know, just where me and Shaggy draw the line is naked buttholes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
and pretty much penises. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Naked. Like in
Right.
our visual.
Right. Well, here's the
Well, there's a
thing.
lot of people walking around naked when we were driving around
I
in the
know.
golf cart
And
over there.
juggalos speak for themselves. They don't give a fuck what we're. They don't care if we
Yeah.
puss out on that.
Yeah,
They're all-
Violent
they're
J is
whatever they
not their
want,
dad. Okay, you know, you're not my dad. Okay?
Do you? Go ahead.
Well, it was Shaggy who sent me that photo. text. That photo came from Shaggy, like getting it from somebody, and then he texted it to me, and then I put it all over the internet. Right?
Way to get in front of it.
Right. I got in front of it, and then
Here I am claiming that we don't fucking stand for puddles. Did you get that shot texted to him by Shaggy?
So I told,
What the fuck?
when I got off stage from showing the crowd my butthole, like Shaggy was right there. And I said, Shaggy, dude, I just spread my butt cheeks as far apart as I possibly could until it hurt. Like, and then the next day, he texts me that photo and he says, you weren't kidding.
Jesus.
You weren't kidding. So the thing was that when I saw Shaggy next in person, Scott wasn't there. He had COVID. It was just me and the gorgeous Paul Brisky and Shaggy on my tour bus. And I said, hey, Shaggy, I want to clear the air. You know, the way that my butthole looked in that photo, like it really was just the lighting. I want you to know that there's nothing wrong with my butthole. You know, and I got up and I started to show it to him. He freaked out. He's like, well, what are you doing?
Right.
He freaked.
He's texted you the picture of it. It wasn't even just a fucking picture. It was like a fucking photographer was waiting on it or something. Like it was set up on a tripod on a stand and everything. It was so fucking well taken.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, it was an epic thing, man. It was an epic thing. But dude, I gotta say too that like not only do I love you, I mean I really mean it. I love you, dude. I love who you are. I love the kind of guy you are. And I think this episode that we're recording of the Wild Ride podcast is right up there with the most entertaining. This is the nonstop entertainment. Like, it's incredible, dude.
Bro, I love you too, man. You know that, right?
Yeah, big time, dude.
I tell them for real, you like, man, you just like everything about you, bro. I could go on a whole fucking seminar. You know what I'm saying? The way he flipped his life. You know, it was almost from like it was from one one drastic to another.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
you're saying one like
extreme
one
to another.
extreme to the other.
Then
Then
it was there is one extreme to the fucking other. You know what I'm saying? Like it couldn't have been farther in one direction.
It's like a full 180.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? and then when you get it right, of course, it's a fucking extreme in that direction. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit you do, the type of person you are, how you can who the fuck can't get along with Steve-O on the planet? You know what I'm saying?
And you and I have had
From can't nobody get along with him. You know what I'm saying? Most people can't even be the type of person that a lot of people get along with. He's like anybody on the planet can get along with. Now, he's got that about him. You're so easy. You know what I mean?
Well,
but
thanks,
then before
man.
you were the opposite in that direction. Almost nobody could get along. After a while, you're just like, you know. I read your book. I'm reading it again.
Ah, damn.
For real. And you're saying it yourself in the book. You know what I mean?
Couldn't I gotta get you my new book.
I got it.
Oh, you got the new book?
Yeah.
Sick, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, you know I write about you in the book, in the new book.
Listen.
I tell that whole
I was
story.
just going to tell you I didn't finish it. You know what I'm saying? Because I lost it.
Oh, fuck.
We'll get you another one.
I'm going to tell you, I bought it twice. Swear, every time I'm on a flight, I grab one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I bought that book twice and lost it twice.
Well,
you
dude,
know what I mean?
I got you, dog. I got you. And you and I have been in touch, like, on a more, like, personal level, like, checking in on each other, like, talking about stuff that, like, you don't talk about publicly, right? Like
net worths and stuff.
I wish me and Steve will sit around talking about networks. I'm not in that league.
That's so funny, dude. But like I'm sensitive to what like you and I have talked about that you don't necessarily put out there. But I'm asking you because we haven't been in contact for a minute. Like, how are you doing, and how is your health, and what's going on with you?
Well, you know, man, I'm doing good, man. I've been, you know, I went through fucking really epic fucking...
Roller coaster?
No, man, because it was just... epic bomb after epic bomb. You know what I mean? In my life, like two things in my life collided like at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And it was just a fucking
With the death.
yeah, man. Everything like that whole time, like and then coming out of that, my brother and his girl that he had been with, who was working with us, you know what I mean, for years, like 8 or 9 years or something like that. They were together and she was all apart. They split up, you know what I'm saying, and she went legitimate crazy. The reason they split up is because I guess, allegedly her medications or whatever, she wasn't taking them or something like that. I don't know. I can't speak. That's just what, my brother's very elusive. But anyway, she went crazy though, like allegedly. I don't want to get in trouble.
Right.
But anyway, and she went on like the warpath saying craziness. We pretty much got over it all though. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But all that shit happened. That whole factor was a small thing after what I just gone through though. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I went through like just multiple bad things coming. Boom, 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 and I never lost nobody before. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's just, there's no shortcut.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like there's no trick. You know what I'm saying? There's no way to get around it.
Just gotta wait it
You
out
just
with
gotta
time.
eat it. You just gotta let it roll you over. You can fucking run, deny, try to go run around it. It's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Until you just lay down and let it fucking steamroll you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is, man. But
Where you're at now, you.
Yeah, man. I mean, no, I'm all good, man. Shit, I went to a trauma center. You know what I'm saying? It was like a rehab and a trauma center in Florida. It was both actually.
Was it like a mental health sabbatical?
No, it was like, how do I deal with this? And I'm on drugs. You know what I'm saying? It was awful. You know what I'm saying? It was just like too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because historically, you've not been like an alcohol and drugs kind of guy.
No.
Like when that crept up, like that wasn't your MO.
No, not for my whole life. You know what I mean?
And then
I hadn't had a problem in my whole life. You get what I'm saying?
right, and then it kind of, because that wasn't your MO when that was going on, like it was very secretive.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's why I was being so careful to help protect.
I want to say it became secretive. You get what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I guess you could say the problem became secretive. You get what I'm saying?
Why? Because
Sure.
you had shame around your behavior and you didn't want to tell anybody, and it just kept growing and growing.
Yeah,
No, but you know what I'm saying? It just became
a problem.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? More, it's weird because I never actually felt like that though. I kind of escaped feeling like it was, I kind of escaped ever dealing with my own guilt because I never actually felt it was a problem. Mm-hmm. And maybe I'm stubborn or stupid, but I'm also, when I put my mind to something, I've been successful. You know what I mean? So for a long time, I told myself I could do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like when an alcoholic really gets bad, that's when they start sneaking drinks and hiding the fact that they're drinking. If I'm hearing what you're saying, once it kind of became a problem, you had to be secretive about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then what I hear you saying, yeah, the most, and dude, people with alcoholic addictive tendencies tend to be the most driven, ambitious, capable people, people who absolutely succeeded in everything they tried to do, but that alcoholism and addiction is where that party stops.
I was listening to an Andrew Huberman podcast, and he was talking about childhood trauma is linked, the more childhood trauma you have, the more successful a person usually becomes, because it's they're just so focused on pleasing other people or pleasing their father, pleasing their mother. They have to fucking get this successful goal to prove that they're, and so it's linked with childhood trauma on how successful people are.
But yeah, I'm not trying to get you all on blast on this, but I'm super.
Anything you want to talk about, bro, honestly, I really don't care. Like when I say that, I mean, of course I care.
Right.
I'm not ashamed of anything in my life.
Good,
you know,
man.
and I want to say this. There's an art to not giving a fuck.
Okay.
It can be very, very helpful. And when you genuinely don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? And I think about my life and my secrets and everything going on in my life, and I think if the only thing I don't want nobody seeing me doing is jacking off. I would be uncomfortable with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the only thing I don't want nobody. Other than that, I really don't give a fuck if a video came out of me doing anything. Because I'm not doing anything that I feel is hurtful to anybody
Yeah.
or creepy, in my opinion, because I'll say anything I do.
Yeah.
I don't have any secrets. You know what I'm saying? That was like the only one I had, really, was
Right.
drugs. You get what I'm saying? For that period of my life.
And
But other than that, there's nothing I'm regretful or guilty of that I do. You know what I mean?
that's good, man. And but like with respect to all that, like you got your recovery on track.
Yeah, man, 100%, bro.
Dude, I love that,
100%.
man.
No,
I
I give you
love
my
that.
word, though.
Right.
Like my brother, after all that, I live with my brother, you know what I'm saying? My brother called Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew was the one that suggested the place I went to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The trauma center and the rehab, you know what I mean? So they set up a plan or something because I do I piss random for my brother, you know what I mean?
Good.
And I said to my brother, he's like, listen, when we start doing these tests, don't give me no shit no matter what kind of fucking mood you're in, you know? And I remember telling him when I came out in January 1st, I said, there's nothing I want more than to put 5,000 clean tests between this time period I just got through in my life and gaining your motherfuckers' trust. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So bring them bitches on. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
And now every time, like my brother, if he's slipping, I'll be like, Rob, you want me to drop? You know what I mean? He'll be like, yeah, you know what I mean? But it's random, you know what I mean? He'll also come up, knock on the bedroom door, you know what I mean? When I'm not thinking about it, you know what I mean? And that's the shit.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't have urges anyway.
Okay.
That's where I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't. It's just not something that haunts my mind, you know? So I don't really, that's why I don't want to go to meetings. And I don't want to be, you know, I love the sobriety community and everything, and it saved my life. But the reason I'm not active in it and I don't want to go to meetings is I the type of person I am, it's easy for me not to remind myself of all that, you know, because I don't think about it. You get what I'm saying? And I think if I did that, I probably would. You get what I mean? Because I would start to think about it more than I do. And I don't. You know what I mean?
If that's working for you,
Yeah, man.
If that's working for you, then that's all that matters.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And if it stops working and you find yourself going around the loop, then you want to look at, because that happens a lot.
Come on now. Yeah. Even if I started to feel that way.
Yeah.
A lot of people have reached out. The sober community is massive. It's way bigger than people fucking think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you know, like, I'm part of that community, and I'm like hitting you up like, hey man, how's it going?
I know.
Like, what's going on, dude?
It's people genuinely fucking care. You know what I'm saying? And when I say active, I mean going to meetings and stuff. You know, it's because, you know, bless the Creator, whoever is blessing me. I don't have those kind of urges. You know what I mean? I don't.
Good,
I don't
man.
live with that. You know what I mean? And if I did, I would fucking be doing something about. I would be doing something about it. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, man, it's just not. It's not been an issue for me, and I'm so fucking grateful. You know.
And you look great.
Thanks, man.
You're like, you look great. You sound great. You lost a lot of weight.
I gained some though, man. Yeah, you know.
What are you doing in LA?
Promoting. You know what I mean? Getting ready for this tour. You know, I want to fucking come out and bring my girlfriend out here. She never been to LA.
It's the three-headed monster tour that we're promoting.
Yeah, man.
And but can you bring up that tour schedule again, Isaac? When does that kick off?
Your girl's promoting stuff too.
Yeah, hell yeah. How you know that?
I got a newsletter from I think she's a part of the same like publicist, and I got it last night in the mail coincidentally.
I'm gonna tell you how I met her,
Violent
man.
J's girl.
When I went through everything, you know what I mean? I just was, you go dark for a long time, you know what I'm saying? But re-emerging to the world, I start going through Instagram, you know what I mean? And I like Instagram, by the way. You know what I'm saying? I like Instagram because it's quick information and it's everything. Everything in the world is on there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And,
we like Instagram because it's completely addictive by design.
it is, I know. But I started looking at all the hotties on there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'd see one model who's got like millions of followers or something, right? And I would just look at who she's following. It'd be mad other hotties, you know what I mean? So I'd just be hitting all these hotties, you know, and literally months and months are going by, you know what I mean? And I developed my favorites out of two people, and this girl was one of them, right? Her name was Sarah Russi. That's Russi, right? And she was like just Queen Hottie, right? Anyway, never thought in my wildest dream I could fucking holler, you know what I'm saying? So I sent a fucking
Dick pic.
I just was like, damn, like the way you doing that thing or something like that, you know what I mean? And she was just like, hi, you know, or whatever. And I just started hollering, you know what I mean? Anyway, it was just cool though, man. And she's different than anybody. You know, she wasn't a juggalette or a juggalo. She just is, you know, living this different life, you know. There's OnlyFans. She's living out in Miami, you know what I'm saying, by herself. She ain't really got a big network of people out there, you know what I mean? It's just her and a friend or two she hangs with, you know. And it's all about business. And the way she does her thing, I dig the way some of these OnlyFans do it, you know what I mean? Not OnlyFans, Instagram models.
Yeah.
Because they catch your eye because they're creative. It's like, no, for real. You can be, in my time, you could only be music, you could be sports, or you could be fucking acting. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But now you can be famous, or a politician or something like that. Now you can be famous on these other fucking platforms. Because people are good at that shit. You know, like some of these chicks, they work hard. Like every day they have a different outfit, a different location. Like that shit's a full-time job.
Yeah, for
different
sure.
fucking, you know, hair and everything. And you start to appreciate what they put into their hustle. You know what I'm saying? And so, anyway, they just made me think different, kind of stepping out of my normal world and meeting her, you know what I mean?
That's good.
Yeah.
You're happy.
Yeah, well, I'm you know, depression's a motherfucker. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in Ohio at the same time, bro. I'm looking at our tour dates. You got Cleveland, Ohio on September 8th. I'm in Akron, Ohio on September 8th. So we're both on stage at the same time. But September 9th, you have no show, and I'm in Toledo, Ohio.
Bro, get out of here, man, because Toledo is right between, I mean, I go home after Cleveland. I was going to sleep that night after your show now and head to Boston.
All right, dude, let's hang out in Toledo, Ohio.
Bro, that's
on
only
September
45
9th.
minutes from my house.
Dude, sick. You know what? I don't promote my tour enough on the podcast. I got to let people know. I'm going to be on tour, the final shows of the Bucket List Tour, September 1st in Connecticut, September 2nd, Atlantic City, New Jersey, September 3rd in Boston. I got New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio, West Virginia, second show added, North Carolina, and Florida. Get your tickets, dog. Get your tickets to the Three-Headed Monster Tour. Starts September 7th in Lansing, Michigan. Then September 8th, Cleveland, Ohio. September 11th, Boston. September 12th, New York. Ooh, up to Canada. We got Quebec, Ontario. Back down to the States, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, North Dakota. Back up to Canada again, dude. You guys are hitting it hard. Manitoba, Saskatoon, Alberta, British Columbia, back to the States, Washington, Oregon, California, Los Angeles. There you go, dude. Arizona, ending in San Diego. That's a fucking heavy run, dog.
Yes. Well, it's like a month, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's fun because it's something different, you know, getting up there with those guys.
The routing makes sense. I can see where you're crossing up into Canada, where you're crossing back, working your way west.
Yeah, man.
Dope,
right?
Where can they get tickets?
Psychopathicrecords.com, pal.
That's right.
Psychopathicrecords.com, acidrap.com,
That's Eshawn.
chapter17.com.
That's Ouija.
All right, dude. I mean, I think this has been the most explosively entertaining podcast we've done in quite some time.
It's
and
been
we're,
great.
I dare say, getting pretty good at it.
Fuck yeah, man. Thank you, brother.
Dude, thank you. I've been getting better at not interrupting people. I only did it like 2 or 3 times.
I'm bad with that. I get excited and can't stop my fucking mouth.
I want to tell you again if I just went ahead and put you on blast in multiple ways, dude.
That's so
I hope
funny.
there's no
It's
disrespect.
funny, bro, because it's you know, I tell people, my mom does it, my girlfriend does it. It's an unnecessary worry. It's like I wish verbally I could relieve you of that worriness.
Okay, good.
But there's just no way I could do it, you know. But it's true. It just is not there, you know what I mean?
I would rather be concerned about having offended somebody and not than offend somebody and not be concerned.
I hear you, brother.
The first time we met, I offended you and I was not concerned. Nowadays, I don't offend you and I'm concerned. I'd rather be me now than I was back then.
My man.
Dude, I love you, dude.
Listen, one more thing before
Yeah,
we go. That
of
rap
course.
you did,
Which rap?
Poke the puss or
the one I think
5
it was
days
the
a
diss
month?
rap. The diss rap. You just
Oh!
listen. You can rap better than that. No, you can.
I know I was trying to be bad.
Yeah, okay.
Wait,
I was gonna say quit fronting.
Yeah, I was trying to be bad. Recently when I was maybe you gotta get me in the studio, dude. I'm working on a rap redemption.
Do a verse for me on my record.
Okay, dude, I love it.
Sick.
Will you really?
Dude, Scott's been up my ass. When are we gonna rap? When are you gonna rap?
Dude.
Just get
Let's
me
get
in
an
the
album
studio.
cracking, dude.
Where's the nearest studio?
Psychopathic
Man,
Records,
everywhere.
dude.
I'll bring a motherfucking recording machine to Toledo and be like, right.
Dude, all right. Okay, what do we have?
Don't say you can do something
No,
because I'll
dude,
show
dude.
up with the studio.
Dude,
One of those mics
Yeah.
with
Dude,
this vocal catcher, whatever it is,
I'll
a
do
little
it.
foam thing
Yeah.
around it.
I'll do it right now.
Give you a notepad and a pen. Right, here's the beat. Headphones.
Dude, I'll do it. I'll do it right now. What's this place we came to meet you?
This is a house. We're Airbnb.
Oh, Airbnb. Okay, so there's no studio in there.
No.
We'll do it in Toledo.
Yeah, man. That's what
Do
I
it in
said. I'm
Toledo.
gonna come. I'm
Well,
gonna pull
dude,
up with the
If I'm writing,
device.
if I'm writing, what?
You got to hear
do
the
you have
beat
a,
first.
Do you have a song?
Yeah, I can give you the song in advance and everything.
Okay, do you know what the song's about?
Yeah, listen. No, we don't even gotta do it together.
It's about net
Okay.
worth.
I'll send you the. I'll give you the. Let me put it together. I'll put together the song. I'll send it to you when you can. You can lay the vocals like anywhere. You know, you
Right.
can probably. You don't need a studio. Studios are obsolete now anyway. You can do everything in a bedroom. It just is in just as good quality sound as a studio. now,
Right.
You know, people just front and they're old school people like me
I'll do it.
still like to record in the studio because it's comfortable. You know?
Yeah.
Dude, I'll do it right here in this van. This van's
That's
a
what I'm
studio.
saying. I'll send you
Shit's
I'll
sick.
send you the song, lace it up, any way you want and send that bad boy back.
Then maybe let's not even wait until Toledo. Like I've got the motivation. Let's bird in the hand, man. Bird in the hand.
Man.
Let's fucking dive on this. Let's make it happen, dude.
All right, because I'm gonna show people how you can really rap.
All right, dude. I'm down.
Yes.
Right?
This is so.
Dude, like,
And by the way, freestyling is hellified impressive, but at the end of the day, it'll last forever on a song. You know what I mean?
Right.
Take your time and really put your effort and laces and make it your art and anything you want. I'm not knocking freestyling. Freestyling is an art and everything that too.
Harry Mack, dude.
But take your time with it. We'll freak it.
Right. And I'll have you know, I've got a list. I got a whiteboard in my studio at home, and it's got all my ideas for videos. And on that list, for the longest time, even at the top of the list, it says Rap Redemption. I gotta get it back. I gotta make like a track or
Are you serious?
or an album. I gotta make some music that I'm not embarrassed
Where
of.
is this list at?
In my bedroom, my house.
Okay, well, text
That's
me
my
a
guest
picture of
bedroom.
it when you get home tonight.
All right, that's highly classified information.
No, I just want to picture that on that.
I'll show it to you right now.
Not
I
the
keep it-
list. The fucking take
yeah.
a picture of the where it says redemption.
Yeah.
Rap
Yeah, put it on your
Yeah,
vision board.
I
If
will.
I see that on your list for real,
It is
you know what I'm
there.
saying? I will fucking gladly assist.
I got a thing about rigorous honesty, Jay. Like,
All right.
I care very much about my integrity, about my word.
Me too, man.
And
me fucking too. Yeah,
that's-
man. Me too.
Yeah, look, he's gonna show you.
Shit, that like what I have there is Okay.
I'm looking at his list. He said, I know some shit on there you don't want me to see.
For sure. How?
I got an old version that I fucking.
Oh, you don't.
I'll
have
take a
the-
picture. I'll text you when I get home. It's sitting right there. I can even call my lady and have her take a picture. But whatever. This has been epic, dude. I love you.
man.
Fucking
Super
Thank you,
epic.
bro.
Yeah, thank you.
I love you guys, man.
Yeah,
you
love
guys
you
are the
too,
shit,
dude.
man.
Yeah, dude. Fucking thank you.
I'm out of here.
All right.
I'm gonna David Copperfield this bitch.
Watch your head on the way out.
Absolutely.
Now, right after we stopped recording, I found that image of Rap Redemption on my whiteboard. I went running out of the van, chased down Violent J, and showed him. And we've already begun the process of recording our new track. It's going to be amazing. Horror rap is what it is, okay? And I want you guys to go catch Violent J on his tour. It starts September 7th. Catch me on my tour. It starts September 1st. Yeah, and Toledo, the 9th of September, that's when we're going to record our music video. So that's a show that you want to be at. What else can I say, man? I really, really did check in on Jay multiple times to make sure that we were cool. And we are cool. So don't be mad at me, Juggalos. It's all good. And I love all of you guys for sticking around to the end of the podcast. Thank you much, and we'll see you on the road. Yeah.